elsewhere in sports that we may not have really touched on just yet. And some of it will be some crossover, like with Arch Manning. And, well, sort of, kind of. Arch is a part of this first story that we're going to talk about, but really it's just sort of an update. And Arch is why there is an update, because if you look, and everybody's got their favorite site, for recruiting or whatever. With Sikkim 365 within that F5 family, we kind of got our own standalone deal, much like Texags, whereas others are all part of networks. So whatever network that you happen to love, whether it's 247 or Rivals or On3 or whatever the next one will be, depends on where you look. But I'm just going to use 247 and their composite rankings because that just seems the simplest and it takes everybody into account. So as far as the top football recruits in the entire country for 2023 go, Arch Manning's listed as number 1 on the 247 composite. But in terms of the top, I just wanted to take a look at who is the top-ranked player that is uncommitted and who is the top-ranked quarterback that is uncommitted as we kind of reshuffle the deck chairs here. So if you look at the top 247 composite, Arch Manning, now committed to Texas, number 1 player in the country. Malachi Nelson, quarterback of Los Alamitos, he is committed to Southern Cal. He is the number 2 ranked player in the country. So that leaves the number 3 ranked player in the country currently as the highest ranked uncommitted prospect, and that is a young man by the name of Cormani McClain, a cornerback out of Lakeland, Florida. If you look at his crystal ball activity, the Gators seem to be the strong bet for him. But the 4th-ranked player, you got Iamaleava, the quarterback, Tennessee. We know the whole NIL story that's kind of surrounded him. And then David Hicks from Katy Pato. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Katy Pato, which is one of the newer schools. He's actually the number 5 ranked player in the country, defensive lineman. He's crystal balled right now to A&M, but he is also uncommitted. So of the top 5, you've got 3 quarterbacks. All 3 of those guys are locked down to Texas, Southern Cal, and Tennessee. And then the 2 of those top 5 uncommitteds, Lakeland corner Cormani McClain out of Florida, and defensive lineman David Hicks out of Katy Pato. So that's where we stand as far as the top 5 recruits go. Now, as far as the top-ranked quarterback, do you guys know who the top unranked quarterback is now? He would be the number 12 overall ranked player in the country per 247, and that would be out of Detroit, Michigan, MLK High School, Dante Moore. So he is a 5-star, top 12 player, as I just mentioned, but with Arch Manning's commitment, that leaves Dante Moore as the highest-ranked uncommitted quarterback in the country. And right now, there is a lot of momentum for Oregon to land Dante Moore. And I don't know for sure because I can't keep up with every little news and know. I think he's visiting Oregon perhaps as early as this weekend. I may have seen that earlier.
I actually think I saw Jeff Schwartz tweet about, like, kind of vaguely about that. Your former Giants defensive lineman or offensive lineman who is an Oregon grad. So,
okay, yeah. So Dante Moore in Oregon, there's some momentum there. But that is who, for those that don't follow recruiting super closely, that is the next big quarterback domino remaining would be Dante Moore out of MLK in Detroit. So that's sort of where we are. But certainly with Arch Manning committing, that is a massive domino to drop, and it's been very interesting to see, all of the reaction. But of the top 10 ranked quarterbacks currently in the class of 2023, in order and where these guys are headed, got Arch Manning to Texas, Malachi Nelson staying home in California, going to SC, Nicholas Iamaleava out of Long Beach, California, going to Tennessee. Dante Moore, who I just mentioned, uncommitted. Jackson Arnold to Oklahoma.
Right, from Geyer.
From Denton Geyer. So OU's got their top 5 quarterback. Then you've got at 6, Christopher Vazina out of Birmingham, Alabama, and Briarwood Christian. He's a Clemson commit. Another an uncommitted quarterback that's out there out of Pittsburgh, California, Jaden Rashada. He is uncommitted. He's the number 7 ranked. Eli Holstein, the Alabama commit, who kind of, I guess, helped the dominoes start to fall for Arch Manning. I'm not sure if he had not committed to Alabama if it would have mattered, but he's number 8. Then Dylan Lonergan of Brookwood High School in Georgia. He's uncommitted. And then number 10, Pierce Clarkson out of St. John Bosco in California. He's committed to Louisville. So that's where all of the top 10 quarterback dominoes are right now. I just thought it'd be a good opportunity to kind of revisit all of that. But certainly everybody's going to have their favorite. I'm sure OU fans are swearing that Jackson Arnold's going to be better than Arch Manning, and Tennessee fans believe Iamaleava is going to be better than Arch Manning and Jackson Arnold and everybody else. But just kind of kind of interesting to see where everybody is at this point. And, you know, a lot of A&M's got their quarterback. OU's got their quarterback. Texas now has their quarterback. Baylor's got their quarterback, although they're having to fight Ohio State now. So we're not anywhere near done, but here in June, we are in an interesting spot.
Here are the logos of the top committed quarterbacks right now. You met Texas and USC, Tennessee, Oregon, Oklahoma, Clemson, Alabama, South Carolina, I don't know.
That's a prediction.
That's a prediction. Louisville, the Clarkson kid whose dad's a quarterback coach. Purdue, not at Louisville, but Baylor, Iowa State, and Arizona, Florida State, North Carolina.
Yeah, now we're getting into like the whole list. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot of the blue bloods, I think, is what your point is there.
And Novosad is very highly ranked, and of course, that's also why so many people want him, including the latest interest from Ohio State.
Yeah, so that's where everything is right now. Elsewhere tonight, you got the